Welcome back to another chapter of Message Crawler Video Manual. In this chapter, we're talking about how to convert MBOX into individual EML files. Now, this tool is not essential to converting messages to RSMF file format. This is a supporting tool that's built into Message Crawler. That is what I would describe as nice to have whenever you need it. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to convert MBOX to individual EML files and what advantages it could have to performing this operation before you start processing. Let's jump to Message Crawler, and I'm going to go to Miscellaneous Tools, and I will go to MBOX to EML, Convert plus Filter. Now, first thing we're going to do is select our MBOX file, which is located on my desktop. I'm going to click on Open, and we have path here. Now, we can create some kind of naming scheme where we can give it a prefix number and so on. We can also filter our data by date range. So if you want to pre-filter data, this is one of the places you can do it. Now here on the bottom, we can select where do we want our data saved to. So I'm going to copy and paste the path from my export folder. And one other thing I will do is I will check a checkbox that says insert date in front of the file name. And I'm going to click MBOX to EML. Now clicking insert date in front of file name will do what it says. The date is going to be before the actual doc ID, and what that'll do, it'll put all the messages in a chronological order in a folder. So if you look at it, you can visually see, aha, I'm interested in just this date range, or I'm not interested in that date range, and you can select it and delete it. And this way you don't have to process certain data you don't want. I'm going to click stop since we don't need that much data for this demo. Now the next thing that's going to happen when we convert is we are going to get a cross-reference file. So we have our folder here with our dates and a doc ID that we assigned. So we see these are the EML files, and we have folders. They are folded by 1,000 items. And the next thing we have is our EML labels cross-reference file. And this is probably the biggest reason to use this tool. Let me open this file. Okay, so if we look at this file, you see we have our doc ID, which is how the files were named. And we have our Gmail thread ID. So if we want to group our messages in some kind of thread, you can find all the messages with the same thread ID, which you can see right here. Now the next field here is labels, and this is probably the biggest reason why you want to run this tool on your MBOX. As you know, Gmail doesn't store messages in folders. It stores them in virtual folders or labels. So your inbox category and so on are just labels that assign to your message. And if you were to use Outlook to synchronize with Gmail, you can get a lot of duplicates, because if one message is in multiple labels, Outlook will interpret it as folders and will download the same file multiple times, where you will have lots and lots of duplicates, which processing will eliminate, but it will also eliminate information about where that file was stored. So here we have a cross-reference file between our doc ID and the location or the label that was assigned to this. So now when you're doing your review, you can know what label was assigned to that particular message. And then further on, we'll just have our date and file name. So we have some kind of cross-reference file, and we can work with this file further. And that concludes this chapter of Message Crawler Video Manual, MBOX to EML conversion. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below or send me an email, and I will see you in the next chapter of Message Crawler Video Manual.